Hello parents, thank you so much for tuning in. I just want to teach you how to turn in your kids' homework using um, our planbook.com. So all you need to do is click on your student view to sign in your child's planbook account. So type in their name and their ID number, their password, and then click sign in. Once they sign in, they will see something like this. Okay, if I have a student announcement, that will pop out right away once they um, log in, and they could just they could read it, you know, scroll it down or up, and then click that X mark right there, and here it is. So this is what your child is going to see. If your child is using a desktop or a laptop, this is what your child is seeing. Now, it's different format if you're using an iPad or a tablet as well as cell phones. So it's kind of smaller and it's different format as well. So I always tell my child, I like to go to the view and then I like to click day because that only it's not this is crowded, but the other one is, for me, it's overly crowded, so it's pretty confusing. So if we're having a lesson and it's, well, just like today, it's March 18, so we're just looking at March 18 right now. And if you notice this lesson right here is the title says Mrs. Sobolewski's Classroom, and all those lessons that titled Mrs. Sobolewski's Classrooms, those are all connected to our Google account. And if it's not, if it doesn't have the title Mrs. Sobolewski's Classroom, that's just our regular lesson plan. And you know what's our goal for our English lesson. The homework still tells that, I mean, it's still mentioned here. You can still see that here. And you know what? Another homework right there, that's for the history and pages, you know. Anyway, so if you just want to turn in homework, the first thing that I want you to do is, well, of course, you don't have to do what I did. You can still go back and do the week. You can just go ahead and do that. Again, this only works for tablet and, I mean, laptop and desktop. So all you need to do, let's do for Wednesday, March 18. You just click and you want to send your child's homework in English, which is lesson 135. Okay, it says announcement. You just click that. And then this is assuming you already have your Google account. I just signed in my child. So, well, let me show you how to sign in. Let's pretend that he's not signed in, okay? So it will look like this. So you click that, and then it will connect you to a window like this, and then you can add an account, so use another account, or you know, this is my child's account that I just made for him, so I can just go ahead and do that and click that, then next, and then you will go directly to English lesson 135, and you're not going anywhere else. If you're going to use the Google Classroom, and if you're going to use that website, you might get confused. So there'll be like different numbers and different dates. This one here will direct you straight to where you're supposed to turn it in. And here I just made a submission. This is just the earlier example I was showing my child. So let's say, for example, let's just do a different way for now. Let's say, for example, you forgot to turn in something and you needed to turn in 2 papers instead of 1, and you only turned in 1 paper. All you need to do is click and submit. So you click and submit again right there, and then add or create, and then I like files. So if you are turning in homework, I'd prefer using files, because that way, if you're using the cell phone or the tablet or the iPad, you could just take a picture of it. It's like when you send messages, you just take a picture of it and then you send it directly to the person. So that's the same way when you're sent. But here in the computer, because I'm using desktop or laptop, you have to download it in your computer. Let's say, for example, I want to add another one. So I could just drag that along and click that there. Okay. And upload. And we just have to wait for maybe about 15 to 20 or 30 seconds. Okay, there you go. Now, both of your files are still, the first one is still there, and the second one that you forgot to turn in, you can still add it. If you want to add more, you can click that again and add more. And then once you're ready to turn it in, please click turn in, and then this will show up again, and then just click turn in again. And we'll just, and I already got it. So if I, and it will show up right away in my end. So you can just cross that up and you're done, and that's it. So that's too easy. So if you're planning to use the Google Classroom, so let's just say you decided you just want to, use the Google Classroom. Let's see here. Oops. Oops. Google Classroom. There you go. And you click that. And of course, there's your class. That will show you your class that you joined in. And it tells us what their homework for today. Okay, don't worry about the due date. If it's due today, you can still turn it in, and it will just say late. Don't worry about it, because I told you guys I have like 3 days or 2 days policy or extension. So you click that one, and this is what it's going to show up once you go to your account in Google Classroom. So this way or this format, I don't really like it because it's way too much for me, and I don't have the time to keep reading because they all look alike to me. That's how I see it, sometimes, because there are times that we're so tired and we get so confused. So I think I prefer just using the planbook, and that way it will take you straight and directly to the lesson number. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. Again, you need to add our classroom account. So let's say, for example, you're new, or usually doesn't show up once you're in a classroom, Google Classroom. You have to click this add to join another class, and you just join the class, click that, and then just type in the class code I gave you, and that will show everything in there. And then you don't have to worry about this classroom.google.com. As long as you are connected to our plan book, you should be fine, and you're using this to turn in their work, so you should be fine. And like I said, in my opinion, this is a lot easier, and it's a lot better and straight to the point. You have the date right there, and it will take you directly to where do you want to send it to. Okay, if you have any question, again, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.